Wachita, they have it. UPND thought 2026 is in the bag. Lungu bamkiria. Nawakwi cleared. PF party baifyanta pamkoshi. So by UPND, by the Mona party, they have cleared all their threats. Now God is raising threats. God is raising new threats. And all these people who have announced candidature, Dori Kabanda, there was no reaction from UPND. Kapulande, there is no reaction from UPND. They don't care about Kalaba. So now we push it. Why doesn't UPND care about all these people in the political space? Why haven't they cared about these people the way they are reacting? Pali John Sangwa. If it's not a threat, why are they writing everything? Who hasn't reacted? Uyua Kashambatwa, this Masheke, my brother who's here in the USA, Masheke Akashambatwa, he wrote something on his page. Something about his tribe. So I laughed. I'm like, Masheke, how can you write something about a tribe when we are in a Masheke? The chief praise singer waba UPND Masheke waba kunoku in the USA. Our Pomsungu #1. So how can you be discriminating against your own brother Masheke Akashambatwa? Our Pomsungu wero ekala kunoku USA. Alipokana citizenship kunoku USA. That is hypocrisy. So how can Masheke Akashambatwa ayambo kulanda paliba John Sangwa achiteba Zambian? But yena aupa umusungu aikala kunoku America alipokana citizenship ya Americans enjoying citizenship of an American. Alo watu alo mulomo wakwe ukuya mukulanda paliba John Sangwa kuzambia kulia. We don't care. Africa is for Africans. So people need to educate people like Akashambatwa balelanda pamutundu uwa kwa John Sangwa kwebati. Smell the coffee and wake up and stop being a tribalist. When you are here in America, Joe Akashambatwa waliupo msungu walipoka na American citizenship. Uliomu sungu uwa ile kuzambia ayaupa Akashambatwa. Ushe uliomu sungu upa Akashambatwa ngali racist ngali mupa Akashambatwa. Let's stop this hypocrisy. And the hypocrisy is worse for these people who are educated. Abe nyama sambidira ema hypocrisy #1. To send the example ya kwa Akashambata ayaupo msungu inkande apsana ekala kunwa ku American citizenship, but he dared to go and issue tribal remarks on a fellow Zambian. Umuntu mu Africa. Africa is for African. Wake up bena Zambia. This thing if yakulala that John Sangwa temu Zambia ni fyabupuba ama Africans bale funyana ma passport requirement. 5 countries now they have removed visa requirement or passport visa requirement ukuingira mufyalo, including Kenya, Burkina Faso, and many tribes are being progressive. Yeah, many countries are being progressive and removing visa requirement in Africa. So number if Mozambia muliamwine, how can we start discriminating? Mwambo kulalanda chumuntu wa Congo. So what? Tama mwene Obama take Americans. Didn't you see Obama become a president of the USA? Obama became a president. But Amarutsi yakwa Obama, they are from Kenya. In the UK, they had an Indian prime minister. Mwenye bamubika kudia mu UK prime whatever. Our prime minister. Nomba imwe mu Congo mulya mwalishiba Zambia Africa map efo yaba. Abasungu bayishira ama border. mwayambe fya bupupe fya kulalanda yo John Sangwa efe mwatera bakaunda. Let me give you a history lesson. Even bakaunda, people were saying bakaunda bakumalawi just to disqualify him. Fya bupuba firekeni. As long as John Sangwa is a Zambian by birth, ni shichapwa, he qualifies. So stop all this confusion. Mwambye kula fulunganya abantu John Sangwa is not Zambian. Umuntu every day alalanda, he has been in Zambia, he has lived in Zambia. Lelo mwise mkulanda is not Zambian. Stop confusing people. You did this on Bakaunda, you were saying is no hibaku Malawi, bachuluwana bena. At yo bachuluba bafu baku Congo. Nomba mlete mubupuba umomwine kuri John Sangwa. If John Sangwa was born in Zambia, we don't care about all these things you are trying to say to disqualify him. If Sangwa is not a threat, why are they talking about him? Nishbare mulandira ponga te threat. Eh? Ba poka buswe. Fish balandi ba na balanda ba poka buswe bonse balanda pali John Sang. Why? Why ba poka buswe tabalandira pali Dori Kabanda? Dori Kabanda is not a threat. Why ba kabuswe tabalilandira pali Kapulando or pali Hari Kalab? Because it's not a threat. Mulekeni John Sangwa, he has every right to be a president, including Mwebene. Anyone, all of you Zambians, this is the list. This is the list to qualify, the qualifications that you need to be a president. They are very simple. These are the qualifications for you to qualify to be a Zambian president. You must be a citizen by birth or descent. Birth or descent. No, but let's look at the qualifications. Let's look at the qualifications to stand for Zambian president. Let me explain. Munkonke winosana. Qualification number 1. You must be a citizen, meaning by birth or descent. By birth meaning wafyarikirwa mu Zambia. So let's say umuntu kuti afuma ku Congo aisa afyalo mwana mu Zambia ni shuli omwana aba Zambian citizen. Mwamfa. That's why abantu balafuma ku America, balafuma ku Africa, baisa ku America kuno mukufyala abana. Nishi uli omwana aba American citizen. The same thing in Zambia. Now the other qualification is, for example, ine finofine naisa ku America, naisa fiala abana kuno. So badi abana, they will be American citizens, number 1. Number 2, they will also be Zambian citizen by descent. Pantoko na afumani ku Zambia, mwamona. So abana bakwe bati abafyashi baya kuchalo chimbi. If a parent has a child in another country, the children born in that country, according to their laws, for example, in USA, if you have a child here in USA, that child becomes American citizen. But that child will also have a citizen of Zambian citizenship because of me. Nafubaku Zambia. So uliamwana kakwata citizen yabiri. So let's say amafyashi baba Sangwa bafumine ku Congo. Ero bafyarikirwa mu Zambia. It means John Sangwa is a citizen of Zambia by birth. And then he is also a citizen of Congo by descent. So that's how it works. So, mwebalela that waku Congo, waku isa, whichever way you slice it. Maybe limbi abafyashi bakwa John Sangwa, bafumine mu Zambia, bayaikala ku Congo, elo bayakwata John Sangwa kulia ku Congo. he is Zambian by descent. So whichever way you slice it, John Sangwa did not fall out of the sky from nowhere. Kwisa Sangwa Muzambia. There is a history of John Sangwa. It's either he is a Zambian by birth, afyarikirwe Muzambia, or by descent. Abafyashi bakwerimbi, baku Zambia. Maybe John Sangwa's parents are Zambian, but John Sangwa was born in Congo. So John Sangwa is a Zambian by descent. So he qualifies whichever way you slice it. Lekenyo bututu, people like akashambatwa, mweba sambirira. Ba UPND pressing amwani basano bututu. Mailo tuwalela ndapadi ba hamasaka. Baisa wepo bufi, he had to come and fix his lies. So we are clear on citizenship. Parentage, both parents must be Zambians by birth or descent. So abafyashi bakwa John Sangwa won't say if they are Zambians, then it's not a problem. So limbi abafyashi bakwa John Sangwa bali mama Congo, baisa kwato mwana ulia John Sangwa ku Congo, then John Sangwa is a Congolese by birth, and then he's a Zambian by descent. Telo baisa bwera futi mu Zambia. So he qualifies. Age. The age must be 35 years of age. Yes. He must be a voter, must have a voter's card. Yes. Educational qualification must be grade 12 or above. Yes. Alikwata. Moral character. The candidate of the presidential candidate must have a clean and no criminal record, no conviction or offense involving dishonesty or moral attitude. So by John Sangwefi, Balechta qualified to be a president. He's good moral character, grade 12 Balikwata, and the Tabakwatapo clean, he has no criminal record. So he qualifies. And disqualification is if a person has a discharged bankrupt, ngani convict, alifumine mujeo, or disqualified for illegal practices, or ni civil servant. Mwamona. So if you say marriage to qualify by John Sangwa, even me I had qualified. So ngande for up to 9 minutes. Mwamona. So area shirio. So we are here to say by UPND, let John Sangwa be and stop peddling these lies and the propaganda. You are peddling the lies and propaganda because you are threatened about John Sangwa's, ability. John Sangwa could possibly be the next 8th Zambian president elect. Yes. So, if you're mulelanda, what John Sangwa, what tafikwe tenchito. Fionse fyo balelanda about John Sangwa tafikwe tenchito. The only thing which matter is on that list that is in Article 100 of the Constitution. Chapwa. Fiafine filimupa Article 100 of the Constitution in the amended Constitution of 2016. Those are the ones. Don't write off people. Don't tell me I'm wasting my time. If John Sangwa has no capacity to lead Zambia, let the voters decide. Who are you to start saying John Sangwa has no capacity to be president? Pantu na iwe ne odi mwa ume kuchiwa iminina. Wamfa iwe mwemba kaspa. Aba ume banshindo bade iminina. Aba nakashi banshindo bade ibikapu. It is your chance. If you have an ambition to lead, maybe God has put the calling on your heart. Now is the time. Now is the time for you to step up and run for president. If you meet the qualifications, this is not the time to start stopping each other. Nangu 1,000 tukafika. Nainenga ndefa yoku minina nke minina. But I won't stand as president. I will back John Sangwa. I think for me, he's the best candidate for me so far. Because one thing that I'm big about is recycled. I don't want any recycled politicians. Because I've recycled and they have got things. So for recycled politicians, it's time to give them time to go and rest. Kuma famu yabo bakaye mkutushako. Baseleko bambi babombeko if you're ningalanda ini. Yeah. Any fresh candidate, they have my support. Sign me up. That's why I am supporting John Sangwa, because we need something new in Zambia. It is madness to continue repeating the same thing, continue using the same politicians who didn't bring change. Our UPND HH failed 5 times. After failing 5 times, we have the worst economy in Zambia. Everything is waste. These are the same politicians that UNIP buy some privatization, washishama assets ya chalo. UNIP, MMG, Abena Sylvia Masevo, 61 containers of medicine scandal. UNIP, MMG, PF number baba mobe ne bali yana ku UPND. Ero number from UPND tuka mkubwele na mobile bene from PF abena ustunde ko musoko to wanifuti bakabwele in 2026. Abena mirupi bakabwele. Abena Jack Mwimbu, no people. Ala nalesaka ya tupanika mwebena Zambia. Ero ishalo chali chinja. Majority ni mwebo mweba iche. Nomba ime mweba iche mukateka didadi nga mlepera bakote lionse. Aba mwadiba pera po chance to run the country. Badi fidwa mwona ni Zambia na iwede la kunuma. Zambia is gone back. If you're not kurireine, tuwarikwete pona life. We had a better life growing up. I'm in my 50s. But some of you, mweba na bandi, the life that I grew up in, if I start telling you if na kurire for tuwale ikala, muma yadi, I was lucky my parents were both educated. I went tuwale ikala buga life ku Zambia mwe. Tetimbepe. I'm not showing off, I'm just telling you. Most of you muliba iche ku Zambia oko. The life that I grew up in, yamuka buku ku Zambia kulia queen. We had a life growing up. But right now, Muzambia na nguri muma ya dibu chush. Muma ya demuli na ma problems. Tamwa ba menshi, tamwa ba ma lighti, nomba ma toileti. Kudia ma problems, Muzambia. So it is time to let these old politicians go and rest. 60 years of independence, what have they done for the country? Mone nefe ba ona ole chalo. Ichalo na chona ika polisi yarifwa. Ni mwana mashinga ni kuna konde kuriabale umo muntu pa musebo. Have you seen the video of youth sukula umo muntu no luka so kumo chopa ula na parafina I think naba mochi. And we have a Zambia police. Ichalo na chaluka banana republic. People are just kachinga ni frustration inganinsala. Abantu wale ichopa ula fie. There is a video online kabie ni muimone kuna konde. Inina konde the 2 men ukuboma ilo kubulo luka so wale ba cheka ula patama in broad daylight abantu wale tamba. If you ba ona ole chalo ba MMD. How did we get here abantu bambo kula ichopa ula? Kuriama Shivers bakabuswe noke bakabuswe nishita bala ndila pali Kalaba. Why doesn't Kabuswe talk about Kalaba? The fact that this UPND, they don't talk about Calabar, it means it's not a threat. Dorika Banda announced her candidature, they are not talking about Dorika Banda. Kapulande announced, they are not talking about Kapulande. Mudolo announced, they are not talking about Mudolo. But UPND, ba limite fumori aba PF. Anything PF, ama tuyaima. Ama tuyari makuri ba PF, they will do anything and everything. They have done everything and everything to destroy PF, including keeping ECL's body in a morgue for 4 months. How insecure can you be? Ukusunge chitumbi ba UPND aba. Ba sunge chitumbi chaba lungu 4 months. If fearing somebody was a person, ni ba UPND. Ba if you want to kurekelela coach umubiri body yako bati umuntu nafa spirit y'abalungu yaliya but they can't let bali kaka omubiri w'abalungu in a morgue and holding the entire lungu family hostage kulya. It's a taboo. But God is doing wonders. People want Makebi. And Makebi is another threat because he has shown that he's not scared. He is not scared of Upnd. Makebi is a man who is not scared and has not been scared to face Upnd and say, I am standing here to represent the will of Edgar Chagwa Lungu. And those are the men that we want in the government. Those are the men we want to oppose Hakainde Hichilema, who can't fear him and tell him in his face. We have it men in politics. If interfere business as usual. What the hell? We don't want cadarisms. Muniba John Sangwa, me, I am going to any new fresh blood on the fire. John Sangwa, yes, I'll support him. He's not tied to any questionable organizations or he has not been in politics. I will support him. Makebi Zulu also clean guy, straight, morally upright. I will support him. But all these people, when we look at their past na binoculars, to them wanamwethintu. Ababa leisa yonde fo kwiminina. Kubalolesha na binoculars. Use a binoculars when a Zambia. Anyone coming to stand, use a binoculars. Mwaumfa, onse walandati. Alefo kwiminina binoculars. Ngali kwa tempia afunya kuisempia. He must declare his assets. We have a situation where Hakainde, I don't know how much Hakainde his net worth is. Tumfati amaruma. If Hakainde has been declared his assets, make it public. We want to know. But praise singer Mulalanda Hakainde has declared his assets. So make it public. What is Hakainde's net worth? Put it on social media so we find it. Otherwise, Hakainde cannot be on the ballot in 2026 without declaring his assets publicly. So that is all I had to say. But John Sangwa, he qualifies to be a president, and all of you Zambians, don't be deceived by the false allegations these people they are creating against John Sangwa to damage his reputation. He is not a politician. He is just a person who wants to help and change Zambians' life. Yeah. So, Bakabuswe, stay in your corner. Yes. So, Makebi Zulu, John Sangwa, Eva Umewa Tulefwaya, people who are not afraid of HH. Over to the fire. Makebi Zulu, John Sangwa, these are the team we want to form next government. These two must be in the next government. Olomulande, if you say takwatefi, as long as PAMA requirements, he qualifies NAMA requirements, basic requirements, nganaitefe qualifying his chapa. He's a citizen, Zambia, he's over 35 years old, alikwataka voters card, of course, alisambirani grade 12, yes, alikwata moral character, take criminal, chapa. 7 things. 6 things, citizenship, He must be aba fiashi mu Zambia over 35 years. Afuye aba voter. Afuye akwata grade 12 certificate. And no criminal record. Once somebody miss these 6 qualifications, fifi ashala ni binzi, bade mirufia, bade mirufia. Ni propaganda, chapwa. And I'm going to pin the 6 requirements. Whether wali upwata wa upwa, that is not a requirement to be pa ballot as a president. Whether walikwata mayanda or walikwata motoka na bamuyokera kutiba iminina. Whether ula renting enganda tafikwete nchitwefyo. Nangu renting enganda ushaba kulipia rent, ushaba renting amayanda bekala mumayanda for free. So fionse fyo balelande for tafikwete nchito. The main topic is these 6 things: citizenship of the candidates, of the parents, the age, voter registration, education qualification, and moral character. Chapwa 6 things. If you say balelanda tafikwete nchito. So for us, Mwebena Zambia, the message is, let us look for candidates who have not been in government before. 2026. Ama 100 kwacha nga kusonga yo na 100 kwacha. Leten to sonke, not to fight president. Aba ya mkula Congo Lempia to run elections. Topic in beyond days. Samulefo aya, mulefo okula mishti efitenge na ma t-shirt. Mone ni abantu bafala fi efitenge bale chula. Fidefi nefitenge fi bifya piwa fya terela kwat ni plastic. Mulefo ya ma politicians aba kuya Congo Lempia baisa mishtira nefitenge fi terela kwat ni plastic. No. Let us think outside the box and do things differently in Zambia. 2026, we don't want a leader ukiya mku Congo Lempia to print ifitenge fya terera fya plastic. Nefimi twefyabo. Awe ine ndere bena John Sangwa and bena Makebi, when they start campaigning, let them just put Fima heritage, Zambian heritage on ifitenge. Mwabika fenangu macheni. Freedom fighters, symbols, Victoria Falls. Those are the things that we need to print pafitenge. We don't even need ifitenge, but we could print ifitenge. But if we do print ifitenge, let's put symbolic things like macheni, and things which are meaningful to Zambia as a country. You know? A flag, for example. Like imufialo mutamwali mwana po Trump, abantu na bafwala ichitenge chakwa Trump, no? They wear their colors for their political party, or the symbol for the political party. So we need to move away in spending money, investing money on this regalia. Ukula fwale ifimi tuefia abantu pafitenge. No. We should move away from that. And we shouldn't pressure our leaders to go and sign deals with these companies so that bashitefitenge fyachipa munefwala. Elo bamingisha munkongole pachitenge chirachine mufure na t-shirt. No. There is nothing wrong with it. Yes. There is nothing wrong with contributing my 100 kwacha mwibantu. 100 kwacha ya chepa no kuchepa. Inga mwaya kuma bapa. Bana mawe mishishurukishe akatenge nishinga tuposa. So let's continue supporting John Sangwa. I think he's the right candidate. He's among the people, is the change that we need or that we want in Zambia. Yeah? He's a change that we need or want in Zambia. John Sangwa. Not Ififimbi. I want Katwish. Let's not repeat the same mistake. No. let's not repeat the same mistake of bringing recycled politicians. Let's bring in a fresh brains and people who have these good ideas, moral standing to come and lead Zambia. We can't continue doing the same things, you know, keeping the same politicians from UNIPI to MMD to PF now to UPND. We have government full of businessmen won't say sucking Zambia dry. I'm a businessman, Charlie Diva, government. We don't want that. So, Zambia, that is my word. I'm gonna close. I just came to talk about John Sangwa, and that John Sangwa, there are only 6 requirements that he needed. If you think balelanda, ma rubbish, baleti nanavumfwa, they are feeling the heat. They feel the heat of John Sangwa because he is a patriot. That's it, yes. We need patriots and we need fresh people in a government for 2026. We don't want anyone recycled. Yeah? We don't want crooked people with the shoddy deals. So if we put a person in with shoddy deals again in 2026, they'll start protecting themselves and their shoddy deals, and they'll hire people who have shoddy deals so that what they do is they continue with their shoddy deals instead of improving the country. We are tired of people who are businessmen and making shoddy deals at the expense of Zambians. Avena Zambia, 61 years of independence. Ni choice yobe. Iwe Clifford Wowlelanda THH Namalight Tamkwete. How can you say HH until 2090 when you don't have power? You only have power for 2 days. 2 hours in a day. Elolelanda THH paka 2090. Are you normal? Panganda pamobe, yes. Not in Zambia. Not in Zambia. Balefrafeno kudipida ma supplier ba mataba. Elo mulelanda 2090. Are you normal? They are failing to pay suppliers aba mataba na no mataba la fola aba mataba. Mulelanda 2090. Tia ni fya kuliba John Sangwa ko tuleya. Na ba PF John Sangwa is ready to lead and be led. Then ba PF kulianga ba afisova kuliba PF kulia. Bake say katana. PF need to do their work together na bamundu bidewonsiabo. We can't talk much about PF because they have to choose a leader. So tatulelanda pali ba PF. I am just talking about Makebi, even though he's PF, because his name is being floated. Makebi has not announced, but Yabantu Baremufaya, Bamona, the way he has carried himself, is a man of integrity and honor. Able to the fire. Tature fire, but to the more crooked people. Crooks, every time, Walesha face so many stinking corruption. This election, any candidate, we have to turn all the stones upside down. Make sure no one who is crooked be on that ballot. No one crooked, moral caliber, whatever, questionable. We are going to say no to that. We don't want any crooks kudia plot one. Taturefwai. We UPnd, we have just been talking about it. Everything is just like gone crazy. Why? It has been a rough 4 years now by UPnd. It's been very, very rough. So, Mwebena Zambia, Salapken. Abasungu balandati, you can't continue making the same mistake over and over. It's called insanity. Bushiru. You are electing the same caliber from the same pot. You know, we are just recycling. My politician here to ayabura kwa vaisa. Our number to a changer. Our now whenever more position 20 years, we are now worse than polio. We hoped that maybe they learned something from being in opposition for 20 years. They are worse than polio. So, Kuya, Mwevena Zambia, most of you are young people. 70% of the population, you are young people. Muke sulemu parliament murianga mlefo kuiminina. Stand. Find a political, we are going to communicate. To come here upon which political party you are going to stand on. So that you go to parliament, be on standby. Be on standby. Initially, fire if you talk about your umuntu mupi na umuntu wali wina shikwete nenchito. Therefore, somebody who is a patriot, number one. I don't care if you are rich or poor. But you must have the heart for the people. That is what I'm looking for. You must have a heart for the people. You must be clean. No crookedness of any sort. If at all we include recycled politician, then that recycled politician must be a clean politician. No crookedness at all. Nothing. Ngana kwatafeka shodi di uko kuwaya. Nga wali involved muku ibechi pani chamu nowe kuwaya. Bonse bali abali involved. Balabe ne obo asenda bali involved kuchita hijack ichi pani chandi na lumfuati bali basenda bakalaba. Bakalaba, because of those two people, kuwaya, you cannot be working with crooks. So if you work with crooks who can hijack somebody's party, what are they going to do when they're in government in charge of millions of resources? Ningufuati balefo kubuda ulia exiuda mwenya uwata hijack each pani chandi. Abe nani kani, abe vice president wabakalaba. Nomba ulia exiuda mwenya ngaingira mgovernment. Akachitenshi, if she can hijack a political party from somebody who considered to be a sister. Pandungai shirefe tuwaikara punch to alanda. But no. Crookedness. That exuda mwenye is crooked. Kuwaya uko na Simon Mwanza. Kuwaya. We are not going to allow any crooked people in this government. Otherwise, if you allow crooked people, walimu ishwe uyu muntu atadi wa crooked, mwabengisha mgovernment, wakala chiteshi mgovernment. Nishchai bondola. So, apatulela ndila pofi. Ule imini na elo muwe na careful, mwewa lesa la bantu. Be careful who you stand with. Because if you are standing with crooks, you be kuwaya na wewe na makruko wa mule imina na bene. Abale ibefi pani abena chavinga kuwaya ningufuati chavinga na bamuma. I don't know if it's true or false. Palasi ififine kuti fiambo kula chitika. Because the Zambia police, they are not defending the citizens. Pamush pamo benaba wiso iwa ole landa THH 2090. Kumana wibali mubika kuwaya. So HH na ena ni kuwaya Malawi formula. Pamush pamowe, yes. Pamush pamowe kuchi wa muvotela HH. In fact, in your village, kuchi wa muvotela HH every year until 19 pendef kondo. We don't care. But ama Zambians zawale lale nsana bashkweti ama light. HH ni kuwaya 2026. Tule myewafi. Na kumalawi fe balelande fifi na 2090. It's like aba kumalawi bale bompya script moine na babene ba UPND. You Malawi, you people in UPND, you are using the same script bale bompya na bena Malawi. If you ne mulelanda te language ya kuria kuine. Atelo kumalawi it was worse. Malawi ati ba opposition wali chura tama lawyers bonse bali pokufa bale bepaya. Any lawyer in opposition. So ba youth apa nomba tulemye ba criteria te kusende fe china mpofu mule supporter. Don't support any criminality. Anyone with any form of crookedness, kuaya. If you bring them in the government, what are they going to do in the government when they are in charge of millions of resources? Eh? That's why in Shirefwa no kwini. Ire nganarefanga na declare presidency, but I better stand aside and look at these people who are claiming to lead Zambia. Binoculars. Don't even na papa na Zambia. Do your homework, background check. Background check na papa ta umuntu walanda fiat president. Ngari kwate fyuma. Akwete shani fyuma. Ngatakwete nganda well and good, at least we don't have to worry about him being corrupt. I'm even comfortable about somebody who shkwete if my assets, because naishibati corruption twaifunyapo pali udia muntu. But abantu bali kwa ifintu, how did they acquire those things? Emma question mfilo kula ipusha. Umuntu fi aituntumba ndefo kuba president. Binoculars, how did they acquire those things? And they should declare those assets they have. No chumuntu ale ituntumba nadi wina. Wa wina shani. Apopene, you have to suspect stinking corruption. How did that person acquire that wealth? It's simple. Tatu abaleke unomku. I'm done. Why said Evans? Hi, daughter of Zion.
Hi, Madam.
I am quiet. We are fine. Mulishan. I went to London Apela, but earlier Shirio. Mwe wantu bakwalesa bemine John Sangwa bamwiminya papeni atemu Zambian ala imwe ni Zambia yabano ko pakutumule sala ulabe na Zambia kwati ni beans wupu bobo ala. Instead of talking about what John Sangwa can bring to Zambia, mwambo kulanda pa mitundu. It's stupidity. How can people talk about a tribe of someone just because he wants to be on a presidential candidate on a ballot? A person is a lawyer. Yes, nani kwata political party, New Era Democratic Party. I have New Era Democratic Party, my vision. I'm a founder of New Era Democratic Party. Tulera ndapali John Sangwa, but if we stand with John Sangwa and we stand with patriotic Zambians, abakabusweka tulefo balera ndapali John Sangwa tuletwaisa mkubeba kwati bakabuswe ikale nifye akupende nifye mpia chenu kokuma mines mwalifi bobo nkanya. Everybody, hey, we shall sort him out. What do you mean we shall? It is his right. If you want you kabuswe, you can stand to be a president of Zambia. Why you could also cover and nobody under Chibane for Quimina? Simuwe na iwo winengori mwaume. You can also stand Maximuwe. They call us Sokavan. Sangwa, good job. Na iwo wine tuleya, whatever your name is. Ingori mwaume ke minini and also run for Zambian president. Why are you discouraging people? Ama abantu bali kwata ma dreams umuntu limbyala loto okuba president ingai mati na ya njiminine nishina ishibefyale kitaba John Sangwa ni ba lawyer obviously bali lolesha mu constitution mulia article 100 of the constitution bamona I meet all the criteria batana announce so nomba iwe who are you bena maximuwe abena kabusona imwe nenga muri baume and you are patriotic declare you want to stand aren't you men also aren't you men or women uri amasheke kulia upo musungu kwa America okupampera na citizenship umusungu wa did not discriminate against him. America country did not discriminate against masheke bali mupera citizenship. Muntu ule imyaka no kwamba okulanda ati John Sangwa is not a Zambian mune kwata kwa enswa ni ba masheke yakashamba whatever your name is. Mwalu swabisa musho waluna. Insoni ye buntu. My brother here York akashambato. Musali haye kimukuwa. Utile kwanu kwa bukuwa bandu bamufire citizenship. Peto fa page ya haye kena yangora kuri yo John Sangwa akimu Zambian. Wena mukuwa ukunyezi kukuzusa kwa livingi kono wina kukuisa kwa bukuwa kafo. Ni American government ikufire citizenship. Why is a benefit from uyo mkuwa ya kunyezi? Nisichaba sa America sikufire citizenship. Why is a benefit? American iska is a discriminator against you. Olo musala hao naska talimera kuli yoki mutu wa braki ya naku munyana. Na talimezi pilu ya hao. Munyana ni kafo. Chowe na wa ipira kera kwanu kwa bukuwa. Waema kuti yo Sangwa kimu Zambian. Wu hypocrisy wabu chwalo mwandi numwalu swabisa. Mwaswabisa ni musho walu na wasilosi. Because if you're not issue, abalanda tabalozi bali wa civilized and educated. You know? That is the thing. I'm not saying it's true, but people say abalozi bengi bali wa civilized and educated in the way they carry themselves. But yo masheke zaburera want uswabisa mushobo waswabisa mani insoni ye wuntu masheke yakashambatwa and I'm going to cut this and send it so you can see it. I'm done talking. Go ahead, Mama Zion. Right, Evans. Okay.
Yeah, I mean you're right. Why saying you has come back to Swanga running for president chukwacha kuti swa Zambia. Ngechani once abantu wana ma dreams mu Zambia. So why wafuna kupaya ma dreams yabantu benango? It's not good. Vamene vachita. Ero nenzo naona ba HH wapanga video kama nonsense. Ati festili ati simuli ku Zambia imwe amene mukamba wonse mwazuwa bwanji kulinjala abantu bagona na njala. Sima nonsense ayo.
Really? Obatwalela ndeba HH kuti balandeke. When we were campaigning for HH, did he tell us to shut up? Tualipali TV la kwetu pali atulelanda campaigning for HH on Matomola. I ran Matomola page party viva kwetu, we were all there. TV bakwetu yali mu Zambia nangu yali ku Canada. Mule shininkisha ubufi bulaya n'okubwera. Time has come.
Yeah, so HH muku kwa tension yai. Osati muku wajima we muntu mukando. Wanga kwamba ma nonsense. Wanga kwamba umweni muto kwamba mliko kwa America bantu bali muto kufenzara bali ku Zambia. Teshi ba gururu besu.
Oh, I know. Inga tera sungwa baba pere $20 million for drought. Parempia ya drought yabafumine sebakutema Americans
mburi mbushi buti wa kujima we muntu mukando wa jima wanka kwamba nonsense bintu bina mano kwamba tumwe muri koko kuma Europes bari mu Zambia batokufenzara ndimwe mwerere kubambira omwe namwakuta munganda yenu ebabo benenu ebanenu nishima Zambia ni bali umwe muntu mukuru akayimirira akamba nonsense mwine insoni mwe bachechi mwina mano mwanyamuka mwanga kwamba bantu batokulira Zambia yose batokulira enzaro mwe mwanyamuka mwanga kwamba tiba kwine bantu batokufa enzara mwenga kamwamba buti that's being diabolic, that's being evil and wickedness by HH kuringu mwakavwira omwanu ba HH mwakavwira kwanda we otikoko kuri devil wajima we muntu mukando ekasuti kakufyanta kamboto kulia kabotu amana ukwamba ti Zambians baro batokulia baralia munganda mwenu bantu bakalima mu mafamu mose modi ata mutana kubapa Maria abo malingo mapopo ngo bakamupa amana mwanyamuka mwanka kwamba umwe mlikoko kuma abroad kuma England kulikoko ingatwabura kujibanishwa bruru besu watu mabofoni mari amtu yavwe kwenzara yaya amana umwe mukwamba ti bantu balikwete byakulia mburoji wabuti wowo ma nonsense buri mbushi musese ba echi muri basese chini muri basese mukwamba mazambian batokulia mwari no kuchita create inchito maminiros mutokupa bakuwa mutokuja byonse bya Muzambia mutokuja maraiti ta mutokupa bantu mumanganda murashia eyinzoka nasha banjirira nga barumwa abo bonse bantu batokufa daily eyinzara omadaption kuchita adapt bantu bimwakakalira pa president we muntu mukando mayenzi azo nchachini kwamba mano alavwa kulireza leza ngumu achita reject. That's why mutokureta shemu palinji mweiche mutokuliretera shemu mwe baechi mwina mano mukumubujareza kwamba leza mpemano mwakusungira abantu bako baba mpemano instead mukunyamukabo mwabuka momo munganda mwenu mwanyamukabo mwanka kuya kwamba nonsense pama video ati iuzona tukatere ati ngwe AI yakuri tenchi muntu chenu cha chumwa kujiminari ya mwanka kwamba mukushupa abantu bakwareza ndimwe mwabapanga babo bantu mwe baechechi mwakajarwe Zambia mwakajarwe maminirozi mwakaretazo ni mwakagwa mu mara muri banyina wenu mwakareta maminirozi mwakaireta Zambia ndimwe mwabajara mazambians kwamba mukushimaria mwasameka suti emabata narazanda kuzutuka nonsense baechechi umwe murateraisha kwamba wino mutia baechechi mukwamba nonsense umendatia bareza unga waya ya mubiri wangu waya ya spirit yangu emana want to makwea of fire ngunti areza osatu umwe ndapabura mu bantu bakandoba kwete mano chinji chimurikakatisha kuzanda kuva ba president nishimwina mano akusunga bantu mwina compassion mumozo mwenu amana mwayakushutinga ka video mocking the Zambian people, and the Bible says he who mock the poor is mocking God. May the wrath of God who has rejected you already come upon you and your family. Mutokuria banenu muraishe banenu bya nonsense kufojinga mapepa bafojinga mapepa kuya kumupenchi to mbinjimbi mwichomwe muralirwa kusunga be banenu munganda mwenu ingamwasunga buti Mazambian yamu ubamwi ingamwasunga buti charo mwe baye church chimwarirwa kusunga chechitaro mwacharirwa ngambo muina mano mukunyamuka mwanyamuka mwakuta Maria munganda mwenu Maria Muzambia mukwamba kwamba ti mazambia bari kwatebya kulya batokulya makalima mapapwe mafamu mose mu mafamu mutana kubapa Maria abo amana mukunyamuka kuchitamo ku bantu ubakwete enzara mukuchitamo ku bantu bakwete enzara mukuchitamo ku bantu baina maraiti mukuchitamo ku bantu baina enchito uri mbushi ndamuromboreza andete mu spirit mumerimu uri mbushi.
Come out now, Mufurwa, daughter of Zion, Father Oscar. Sitting there on a video. I need a video to play it. Now we quite. Mama, to me any video so that it will Twitch to play. Send me the video so that I play it. Don Oscar, hi, how are you? Ba Evans na mrefu kulanda. Muli ready all over Don Oscar kutiba isa.
Good morning, how are you? Like Evans, can you see microphone and if you will Evans? Let him say something. Thank you very much.
Okay. One second, Shanana. Hey, I'm quite. Go ahead.
You know, the way things are happening in our country, we are just surprising. I don't know, maybe the government, they don't have people to advise them, because when you are at the ground level, things are not good. Everyone is complaining. And maybe this is the reason why even the Bible, there is a scripture, a chapter and verse which says that when good leaders lead, people celebrate. But when evil people lead, people complain and cry. I feel maybe we are being led by evil people, not good people. And it is unfortunate that in Upnd, they don't have upright people. They only have people who do evil things, and they don't have passion for other people who are going through hardship. You know, when you don't have a passion, it means even those people who are suffering, you don't take care for them because you don't have that passion. When you have passion and you have little, at least you have that feeling of sharing. You know that your friend yesterday did not eat, but you have little, though you don't have enough, but you have little to share with that person who slept with it without food. Now, this government, when you complain, they only say, because you are lazy. Edgar Lungu was giving you things for free. And I may wonder, because I never saw Edgar Lungu dishing things, giving people for free. I never saw this. But whoever complains in this government was attached to Edgar Lungu, former head of state, which is totally wrong. It means that they even fear the shadow of a person who is even not there. Things are not okay even for them. Today they are saying HH will go through in 2026 because there is no opposition. But if you may ask a question, if you know that there is no opposition, why are you announcing, meaning that you want the opposition to come and take over from you? Why are you saying that? If it is true that there is no opposition and you want to continue ruling, why do you want to wake up the opposition which is not there to come and take over from you? It means they are fearing the shadow they haven't seen. And they have this, the impact is big. Now they are being trembled. They don't don't know where to go. They are using this propaganda so that people say it is true, there is no opposition, because they are the ones who are trying to destroy the opposition. So meaning that they are making the shadow to make people who have little understanding of politics to say, indeed, we don't have the opposition, so that they should continue. Which is the opposite. But in the actual sense, UPND must go. And we should not make this gigantic mistake to vote them back into power. Because everything is not in normal. Electricity, as I'm talking to you, we don't have power. When you have power, it's 2 to 3 hours. For power to come, it will take more than 24 hours. All the businesses which requires electricity are dead. They are not there. People are suffering not that they are lazy. They are suffering because they depend on electricity, and it is not there for them to do the work and have something to put on the table. When we complain, we just say no, mukaende kumunzi. Nama kumunzi ni kachite chani. Let's say I am a welder. What can I go and do in the village? How can a welder go to the village and start welding the fields? And in the village, very few people can use welding machines or things made with metals. They use natural things to make windows. They go in the bush, cut trees, and make windows from those natural plants. They have nothing to use metals, whatever. If they are there, then very few. Now, if I go to the village, then they are killing my family. I won't support my family because here in Zambia, our economy is just the same in the village and in town. Though in the village, it can, if somebody is going to school, again, you leave the village to come in urban areas or in cities where things are expensive. And the money that people make in the villages cannot sustain somebody to finish education in the cities because life is very expensive. So in short, I can say that the UPND has failed the nation of Zambia, and they are fearing the shadow of whoever can challenge President HH. And it's good that people have seen now. We can read between the lines and see that this one is bad and this one can take over. So each and every Zambian should think of changing the government come 2026. No need of saying, God has already given us the leader. And the leader is there, though not yet known who is to take over from which, but God will show us. Even 1 week before general election, we shall have a new leader. And this should be also in our minds so that we change government. This is an evil government. We don't want an evil government. We need a government that can fear God, that can even share the resources that God has given us here in Zambia, that we have to live a golden life. Thank you.
Powerful Evans Mwanande Shinka. You know, Vale Imbati, there is no opposition or no opposition. So abantu ba John Sangwa naima Makebi Temine, but people are floating Makebi's name. And me, these two names, I open them. I welcome these two names with open arms. Makebi and John Sangwa, I welcome their candidature. PF, we still have problems, but we are ready to accept whomever PF through the president that PF will select. Now, I want to say on this thing by UPND, that there is no opposition. Why are they panicking? While every day there is no opposition. John Sangwa, right now there is a breaking news that Matambo has said John Sangwa cannot go to the Copper Belt. He is banned. So ba John Sangwa Matambo imwe Copper Belt yaba noko nangu yaba wiso. Pakutumule banning aba Sangwa. Ukuya Copper Belt. You see, these people, Matambo should be arrested for issuing this threat on John Sangwa, because Zambia is a democracy. Why ban John Sangwa from Copperbelt? Mwamwana, that you are panicking. Balekana. Number one, if they are not panicking, why is Matambo issuing this? The other day it was Kabuswe. Eh? But I would just like to advise the campaigns, this Ayama campaigns Yam 2026 so to Ayamba na Ayamba. Don't buy ifitenge. Kushitama afinte from Kalashitama voters. Buy them satellite phones, solar powered satellite phones. Because campaign Kalashtika Mumwera. I don't think anyone will be allowed to go per ground. Which is even better if we are not campaigning on the ground. We'll campaign electronically. So let the focus be on buying electronic gadgets. All these campaign teams, don't even waste time. Mukula at yo, we want to Shanshani. Donoska, go ahead. 19 Amesha. Let me just clean up.
Thank you. Good evening, good morning.
Yes, good evening.
Yes. John Sangwa is not the only one who has now been threatened. I'm one of those who have been already threatened now not to speak. So we are just in the same teams. Whoever speaks up, I think it's now like a trend. They have to threaten you. And this is very strange. To say the truth is very strange. I never expected that this was going to happen in the Upnd. I never expected personally, but we are seeing it. It is happening now. It is reality. So, first of all, thank you very much, Pomolo, for allowing me to share, also to contribute to the platform. Thank you very much, all of you who are watching. I can see we have some sort of 40 people following you live, and on those who are going to listen, who are listening to us, thank you very much, friends and patriots. First of all, I'm not going. I think I've learned a lesson, because it's like the Upnd, they don't want anyone to speak about them or their failures, their mistakes. So I've assumed another strategy myself. It's not a strategy, but it's just a solution. When a government does not allow the people to speak, I personally am now assuming another strategy, another method. I am not going to talk to the government. I would like to talk to the Zambian people. That's the method I've now assumed. Because on one point, they come in and they say, okay, can you talk? Can you help us? Don't just complain, give solutions. We complain, we give solutions, they don't answer to our solutions. We complain, they give us accusations, and maybe some of our colleagues are given even cases to answer. So, when this is happening, I personally think I've assumed another way of conversating with the Zambian people, because we will continue. Support to Upnd. All to support to Upnd. When we were there on TV too, with Elas Munsha, Norman Chipakupaku, Dr. Kasonso, Dr. Barbara, Dr. Wananyoko, Mr. Patrick Chilufia, Wonsevadia, Pumulo Stumbeko, Mama Chikamoneka. We were there speaking on TV too. We were speaking against the PF by that time. That was in 2021. In 2021, we were speaking. The PF government and President ECL never told us, never threatened us. No member of parliament in the Patriotic Front ever threatened us for not speaking, for speaking. They never threatened us. We are now threatened. They have been threatened now by everyone. Everyone is threatening. What are you saying? There is nothing I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if the people are going through 20 hours of load shedding, it is wrong. If the prices of millennium is very high, it is wrong. If the exchange rate for kwacha is high, it is wrong. This is what we are saying. There is nothing like hate speech here. This is not a hate. When we say, take care. Munene fo bale irishanya abantu alanda ati abantu bale irishanya kwati nifira bale mbiwa serenja ati abantu bale irishanya baserenje twabimba murumbo ati baserenje bale irishanya abantu bale irishanya nga ba irishanya abantu baba nokulanda nomba. If we a suggestion, we gave a suggestion to the government, and especially I personally gave a suggestion to the president. Well, President, do you want the people to advise you? Remove the cyber security bill. Remove it. Allow the people to say, ama leaders wonsentungurushala wala tutikensele bonsi abantu bakutuka wawe chimona wawe nkopyo wawe chikondo wawe matobo wawe nshikatushi amenso yobe yalibirika limodiro shakura ichiri
ni mpome musegacha
kuni mpome akwata matobo ati wabama tobo fumalando walando wakuipuru wabama tobo. So I want to say we are leaders. Let the people shout at us because we are their leaders and we are their servants. But UPND mistake katwishi nenshishi ndembo na kumurwandi fenomba mkulanda sio kwandi ndembo na kwati mistake wapangile yako bati bafumako kuli ya idea yako bati we are the servants of the Zambian people na bafumako kuli ya idea. So ine katwishi apa pa platform nga kuchimaisa pa UPND besi wairandira abene pante to abasukira inefombo enefe mukumona kwandi bafunyapo mulai bushira wale fukama panshi mulai bukisha wale akubantu ati twasa mukolombe vote mulai bukisha wale fukama batota mulupi mulai bukisha mwebe na Zambia tupeni nchito you are bosses muri mfumu shesu mwebe na Zambia mulai bukisha nombe fintu na kuchinjapo fyachinja la fichinja pe fintu ifya kweba tu muntu nga walanda nishi watuke mfumu awe tachiweme so nomba anyway. That said, if to ala konka japo to akula konka nyapo as long as abantu kukitu oko bakwete 18 hours of load shedding. As long as abantu kukabwe bakweta load shedding kulusaka elio kulwapula tekwa kulanda no kulanda kukasama tekwa kulanda abantu as long as nabakwata load shedding to alalanda ati anala bonfyeshi wili abonfyeshi wakateka. Our president Akainde Chilema when the government fails to change the lives of the Zambian people, the Zambian people must change the government. Now, I'll wake it up. The 2021 or 2021, it is just common sense. When the government fails to change the lives of the Zambian people must change the government. So, looking at this theory, it is just imperative. Next year, government will take a change. So, I said, no, but could you afford that you sound for tea? Padi was Sangwa, and what to Mozambique, the opposition party. Padi points of Mowan to Akwamulungu, at Mozambique, the opposition party, and so. Vadi kanya wa opposition party kupanga mapati. No kuchita protesti, no kuchita campaign. Ele wakanya wa opposition no kuchita campaign. Ukuchita protesti. Ila protesti rwanda puni ilia wa mu constitution ilia ya kubati. Any citizen has the right to protest ngapalifya mufyupa as long as he confines with the law. So law yalanda filafine vaya alembesha kuti police to alasta protesti vakapokola vaisa vavasitana accompany. The police are supposed to accompany the protesters so that the protests can be peaceful, and they cannot abuse or destroy private property. So, that one is enshrined in the Constitution of the Republic of Zambia. Lawful protest. Lawful and peaceful protest. So, number. If you want to say, if you takwava number, Mozambia, takwava lawful and peaceful protest. It's not at your walambo kutoa awe ni lawful and peaceful protest.
Assembly.
Protest.
Assembly. Yeah. Assembly.
Assembly. No, protest, my sister, protest. Peaceful protest. It's a peaceful protest. It's not an assembly. Not an assembly. An assembly is something else. An assembly is when you want to make a katwish meeting, then they assemble. That is another thing. But protest, it is enshrined in the Constitution of the Zambian people that if there's something wrong, you see a member of parliament in your constituency is behaving wrongly, you have the right to go and protest peacefully. That's a key word. You can go and protest peacefully. How do you protest peacefully? You inform the police. The police can come and accompany you during the protest. We want to protest. We have come and informed you, police officers. Can you come and protect us? We want to protest peacefully.
So I know what you're saying, but in the human rights they call it the freedom of peaceful assembly, or the right to peaceful assembly.
Yes.
So that you assemble peacefully so that you can protest.
Yes. So that you can express. Do you have any problems? Do you have anything that afflicts you? Do you have anything that you can complain? Yes. So you go there. You can go at the National Assembly. You can go at the civic center. you can go out at certain offices and you say, we are here, can we speak to the leaders? Can we please speak to the leaders? We are afflicted and we have this thing to forward. That is what we are saying. So there is and in the Constitution, we have been given this authority to make a peaceful, I underline, a peaceful protest, not a violent, a peaceful protest, with the help of our police officers who can defend either the protesters or those who are against the protest. So now, Niona Fumapwe, no man is among opposition leaders. So there are a lot of opposition leaders in Zambia now. They are coming out. Madam Bachiengi, Member of Parliament. What is the name?
Katuta.
Vakatuta. Navalanda kuchalo chonso kwevati. Awe inena laimini as independent next year, 2026. So na ise umfanyira isa umfova apumulo kusa umfokuli wa amasaka walanda chawe takuwa boku imina independence. No manachi inena fulunga. Takuwa boku imina independence achawe takuwa. So nomba na isa umfwefu mwasa londurula bonsi abantu walondurula tukwali watiko 100 yo yali suinisho kuwa chawe omuntu kuchaimina. Nomba na tontonkanya. Namba kutontonkanya. Chinshi wa amasaka benga saka manino kwa chawe umuntu tetemini as an independent. Icho chawe number 1. Icho number 2. Kwisa umfati wa John Sangwa wala iminina wa John Sangwa tewa politician ni wa lawyer. No mbana bene fifile fimfurunga na fimuzambi fya kwa wati. Ichipani chawa PF Vari nyonga. Ichipani chawa New Era Democratic Party vari nyonga. Ichipani chawa na yonse vari nyonga. So no, wala chitachari. So kwisa ufuati hao kwa wano kusita sanda za independent. Ina isa furungana. Bakatu utabo. Ati wala independent. Ati yes. It's enshrined in the Constitution. At 2026, no, 2016 amended Constitution, it allowed that umuntu kutasha stand as independent.
And also, it also allows dual, bali punyapo ilia clause ya dual citizenship. So I can also stand.
Oh, well?
Yeah.
I always still stand with that. Announce. When are you going to announce it?
Now. Thank you, Jesus. Man, just so much to announce. So dear, but we should put an account manager to Fagamon Darama campaign. I'm ready to give all my paychecks.
So no, I'll pop you on Kefi. Ero Valanda, Tio. Awe, Fetakula, Namuchitundu, Chespoko, Java, Copa, Lawan, Fava, Kurusaka, Fava, Kula, Fava, Kuma, Zawa, our living story. One say Charles for Takulanda, Muchim, Bokova, tea.
Ero nakula tuputaula nga mwalanda na tuputaula toya muma group so that abantu bale savankanya.
So Takulanda Kweba tea. Insambu shakwimina by independency nabakwata. Insambu nabakwata. Elio wa opposition political party eko baba. Iye na mwebeko bebe ni kwaba neno ababe nabale kana kwaba. So twalanda ifati. Wa opposition political party ala vengi. Ero apanomba kwala abana bapumulo stumbeko. Wala meaning as independent diaspora.
Amen. What shall it be?
But you are citizen. Independent diaspora. Why are you meaning Napanombali? So now bakwata ensambu. Tabakwata ensambu na bakwata nomba. Bankashiandi ko enansha bebati bemina abati bankashiandi mune. Kuli wa Sangwa, kuli Mulumendo Binwe Mpunduko, kuli KBF, kuli wa batata banani kanye. So twalala
Nabajabenze babwera pali ba Emmanuel announce.
So twalala ndati abakwiminira bengi abakwiminira so apa bapumulo twamipere ensambo ebenyi ba ruling party kwebati opposition political parties are there na ba support aba opposition political parties they are
We are a lot. And we will support.
Mama ba Elia your electa echo your phone yenu. I don't know what's happening.
Kukopa Beoti ku Central Province na Konse na ku Southern Province konseko bali abale support our opposition bapumulo ababebe landeni ba opposition bali abale support epo bali. So we love our country and we love multi-party democracy. Multi-party democracy parties more than one. So one is the ruling party. The others are opposition. Not to kwata ba Copeland, ba Pumulo, ba
announce my man. I've not announced.
Well, I'm announce your papa. Announce to you.
Announced by fire by force. By fire by force. Ulei minina.
Position. So that I could to allow that. Okay, to allow that announce. Which station, guys? So, Bane, if you, to Alanda, if we child to a system, we child to a system, a multi-party democracy of 1991, we want to cherish it and want to respect the 1991 democracy, multi-party democracy of Chiluba. And from Chiluba, we also received what was beautiful, which we call the Zambia as a Christian nation from Chiluba. So, multi-party democracy, Zambia as a Christian nation, and from Makaunda we got one Zambia, one nation. It was not just a slogan. From Makaunda to Alepunda because we felt it. Mapumulo, we felt it in our heart. We felt it deep down our heart. One Zambia, one nation. It was not forced on us. Landing to one Zambia, one our way, it was not forced. We were shouting it because we felt it in our hearts. So it was one Zambia, one nation. And the Kaunda Lutuambilo Mwewa Chifonko, Shingoko, he did not take us to prison. We were telling Kaunda, Imama Pumulu Tamari Mitama Fierwe.
But Don Oscar, I am your senior. Mount, I am your senior.
Okay, Chisuma.
But you know,
when you are my senior,
yes.
So you are my senior now, you remember?
Yes, I am your senior, but yeah.
Did Kaunda take us to prison? He never
No.
took us to prison because he believed that it was normal. Even to insult him, he was a leader. Kaunda was a leader. Kaunda loved these people. Kaunda loves Zambia. Kaunda is the one who came with the slogan, one Zambia, one nation. It was Kaunda because he loved it. Not want to photocopy artificial intelligence.
Yes.
You take artificial intelligence
yes.
and you say, one Zambia, one this. That is artificial official intelligence. Kaunda believed in one Zambia, one nation, and he propagated it, and he showed the Zambian people, and he greeted us. He was greeting us with his hand. Kaunda. He shook hands with us. We were not enemies of Kaunda. We were his friends.
He called us comrades, Comrade Shani. He didn't put himself on a pedestal. We are invoking the spirit of Kaunda as we head to 2026. The spirit of Kaunda come back to Zambia. Independence 2.0. Yes.
Correct. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
You know about Don Oscar from Ananda. I think once ever I'm a president number to Araba independent because in our political party by a political party. So let all presidents stand on independent. Tumfa nefia panomba. Kai wale mwana kwati bali changera. But aba pangile constitution bali changera okuchira ba UPND.
Ati John Sangwa cannot go to the copper belt.
Imagine.
What is that? What is that?
The Bill of Rights. Our constitution in the Bill of Rights, Article 21.
Okay. No, I want to ask you. First of all, I'm challenging you as the presenter of this program. Madam Pomoro, help me understand this. I am lost. If under President Hakainde Hichilema, this is one Zambia, one nation, how can the Copper Belt minister forbid another Zambian to go to the Copper Belt? Explain to me.
Let me explain to you. These people, they are digging their own grave. One, they are dealing with a lawyer. So John Sangwa will take Matambo to court for infringing on his human rights. Article number 21 in the Bill of Rights. Article number 21 of the Zambian Constitution says we have a freedom for assembly and association. So our Matambo tabeshi beti bola na ichinjaka. They are not dealing with ignorant opponents. They are dealing never law. So you want to infringe on a person who studied law for the last 30-something years? Sangwa has been practicing law in Zambia. Oba mutuare kwa amasange. But Matambo, stay in your lane. You are dealing with a lawyer. Sangwa is not your level. He is a learned man. He has been practicing law in Zambia over 30 years. So these threats you are giving him, he will take you to court. If I were Matambo, I can just advise Matambo to withdraw his words. And let's start using the law against UPND. And lawyers are too expensive. People can't afford lawyers. But now, Sangwa is a lawyer himself. So he'll go and represent his own case. If you bale chitokula nyanti abena Zambia bali quiet. Number we have a lawyer Aima. A lawyer has stood to join the race. So is the lawyer going to sit and let bena kabuswe bamunyanti ensambusha kuna bena kamatambo? I don't care. For me, if I were actually the campaign strategy for the opposition in Zambia, since they have not allowed us to campaign or go to rallies physically, our campaigns will be online. So the campaign material that we need is the satellite phones and the solar-powered phones. Mulengo faba opposition. Mwiposa neshitoko ya mkushite ifitenge na ma t-shirt. I campaign ireba 100% online because they have shut it down. For 4 years, they've shut down Zambia. No one can campaign. And if you say you mkushita campaign, they will pay hooligans to come and disrupt you or try to take your life. So we are doing politics at a different level. Once about opposition, the campaign material that you must get in 2026 is the satellite phones and solar-powered phone. That's how we are rolling. We are not doing the same old cake type of politics where Mwaitaku rally, you are at a rally, you have a battalions surrounded by policemen. No, personally, I will not attend such a rally. If I declare my candidature, I'm not going to go to a rally where there are 1,000 policemen surrounding me. Kwacha, I'm a criminal. Hell no.
And another surprise, another surprise here, which I can just see it, is that there are a lot of people now who are talking about, you can see a lot of people talking about accusing those who are not in the country who are speaking. I want to repeat here.
That is another big rubbish and bullshit. Because HH is my blood is boiling on this one. We were here campaigning for UPND in diaspora. So how dare they start saying diaspora to Kokulanda when we basically handed this election to them? TV, Tumatomola TV, all the electronic platforms. We were not on the ground. So you think you shut us up when you used us to get to power, and now you want us to shut us up? Go ahead, Vadonosk.
And that is the point, and this is the point I want to say. I've heard now so many comrades, so many friends from the UPND now. They are accusing those who are outside. I'm one of the people now they have accused because I'm in Rome and this and that, what they're saying. I have to be sincere with you, I have to be sincere with you and to the Zambian people. Just like I was sincere in 2021, I supported UPND. I did a lot of things with UPND. We were together with people like Norman Chipakupaku, Elias Munsha, and other people. I've mentioned these two because Norman Chipakupaku and Elias Munsha have been employed by the UPND government. The other people who were working together with us were Dr. Kasonso, Dr. Barbara, Linda Banks, Iwe Pumurostu, Mama Chika Moneka, Patrick, Naine Nabambi from Australia, and other people who are working together. They were not employed by the UPND. That said, I am not saying that I have complained because they did not give me a job. I am not complaining that. What I'm saying is history. History is not supposed to be cancelled. History is fundamental. We have to consider the history. So, by UPND, it's unfortunate that they have forgotten the history where they could not go on radio stations, and we in the diaspora, and especially on TV Wakwetu and Tumulo Stumbeko's page, we used to speak in favor of the UPND. It's okay. I don't mind. I'm not going to reiterate. Wapumulo, I will never reiterate. But I'm just happy that Chachi for Balanda want. Not all the people that can appreciate your services. I fought hard for UPND when most of the clergy, they were afraid, they were scared, they could not speak. I can challenge anyone. Who is the clergy who spoke in the diaspora? I challenge you. I challenge anyone. Who was the diaspora clergy who spoke in favor of UPND? I can challenge my brother Tayali, Tayali, Minister of Transport. I will challenge you. Who is a clergy who spoke in your behalf in the diaspora in 2021? Who? Come here and tell me. You don't have to tell me because I know the story. Tell the Zambian people, not me. Tell the Zambian people. Tell Dr. Elas Munsha. Tell Norman Chipakupa. Tell them, who was the clergy in the diaspora who spoke in favor of UPND? I don't need favor. I never asked favor from you people. I spoke in favor of Akainde Chilema because I thought that this is what I thought. The violence at Kulima Tower, at Intercity, when they were violating the liberties and the freedoms of the women, wearing mini skirts, wearing some shorts, and when they were being disrespected, when we said, can you leave them free? Please, can you leave them free? And it was impossible to defend a woman. And do you know what has really comforted? Do you know? We are going to ask me a question. Okay, but Don Pombo. Wapombo. But then why did you now stop supporting UPND? Now you are now supporting the opposition. The reason is very clear. The reason is very clear. How many people have been abducted since 2021? How many Jeroboams have been killed? How many, the way you call them, I don't know whatever you call them, have been summoned? Mufumbwe, Mpika, Chingola, Open Pit Mine. How many? When we said no in 2021, can I ask this question to Tayali, my Minister of Transport, Minister Tayali? Can you tell me why should we complain now? That's a question. Why should we complain now? If under PF, it was only 5 hours, 4 hours to 5 hours of load shedding. Now we have 18 hours to 20 hours of load shedding. Question, Mr. Tayani, why should we not complain? That's a question. We don't hate. I don't hate President Akainde Chilema. What we are talking about is the system of governance which is there, open. Small-scale industries are dead because of load shedding. Why must we not complain? This is a question. We love our country. The reason why we speak is because we love our country. We are ready even to give our lives for our country. That's how we love our country. If the Zambian people are suffering, there is COVID, cholera, malaria, we come and we suffer with the Zambian people because we love them. There is no country in the world which I love more than my country, Zambia. That's where I was born. I can go anywhere. I've been to China. I've been to the United States, Europe, UK. I've been anywhere. But there is no country in the world which I love more than Zambia. Why? Because that's where I was born. That's the point. And that's why we speak. I know today you are despising us, but diaspora, keep quiet. Matayali, my Minister of Copper Belt, don't you remember when President Upnd told us in the diaspora that diaspora was going to be the 11th constituency? Don't you remember that? Don't you remember? We were told diaspora was going to be the 11th constituency.
11th province.
11th province. That's why we are taught. Now we don't. You don't mind, and you think diaspora. We are supposed to keep quiet. Thank you very much. For you, we will keep quiet, but for the Zambian people, we will not keep quiet, because we love them. We used to speak before. We are going to speak even now. You don't want to take care of the diaspora because you have forgotten about them. They don't save anymore. They are not necessary anymore for you. But we promised the Zambian people in 2021 to love them. We love them today and we will love them tomorrow. Anyone who brings injustice in front of the Zambian people will find us as their enemies. But we don't hate any single person. We hate injustice. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Donoska. I want to respond to a comment. Somebody said that Donoska is tribal. Donoska is not tribal. Donoska, don't misinterpret what he said to call him tribal. UPND government is tribal because they are practicing it. UPND is changing the narrative by people who are saying the wrong things to be criminals. Meanwhile, the people who are practicing those wrong things, they are free. So don't come here and write if you have pupapa. When someone is complaining about tribalism, you say they are a tribalist. But you are practicing tribalism. How can a whole embassy ku Malaysia kuli omutundumu? Ero inenga na alanda ati mwone ni file chika kuli ku Malaysia kuli fi omutundumu am a tribalist. How can all these people causing confusion in the opposition ba mutundumu? Ero omuntu alande kofi ati mwone ni mwebera mibonfya. Tamule mwona ati bonsi abantu abale Sangwa muma crooked whatever compromising situations ba mutundumo. Umuntu uli consent no mutundu wakwe. Zambia we are 72 tribes. Each la muntu no muntu ali kwa to mutundu wakwe. Ineba nachilanda pali masheki yakashambatwa. Nachimweba nachilanda na mchirozi masheki yakashambatwa. Uroswabi sizewe nakakuli marozi baba kuteka kuti marozi they are intellectual. How can you say that John Sangwa is a Congolese when you were na mashambatwa unyezimu kuwa kafo kwa bukuwa? Hape unani citizen ya American citizenship. Ma Americans abasika kweza discriminate. So can you say I am being a tribalist for saying that? For calling out the truth? Let us not be brainwashed and changing the narrative. People who are speaking for justice, you are calling them criminals. Whistleblowers are being arrested. Ingawalanda chimone nkuri abadi baya kukaka. Instead they start investigating who stole. They arrest the one who said they stole and tell them to start proving. We are in a banana republic and we are not going to shut up. And you people saying people in diaspora stop talking. If you by UPND, If you knew that 2026 election Iresa and you needed our voices, you would have brought us into your government, because in Enganimu government in the song and Shiranda. I would have resigned maybe to start talking. But you guys, we have been advising you from day one. Up to now, the election is on the horizon. You left us hanging dry. Some of us, when we even tried to tell you, you called us prostitutes. You called us all names. You have insulted me inside out. From Cape to Cairo, Marin to Kan. I don't know in Sereshishan to Kanapo Nankan. We have people enjoying our sweat. Bareli Yamasuku, Avena Jito Kayumba. Me, I never heard of Jito Kayumba. When I was in campaigning, Shamu Filepo Jita Kayumba. But yaba nina machopa kulia. Kula pupuruka from State House to Community House for lunch. Okay, I'm not in Zambia. What about Mamachika Monica? Where is Mamachika Monica? So how dare you start talking about diaspora? When we were the team here speaking diaspora, diaspora was anchoring the campaign team for HH through our platforms. TV Bakwetu in Canada. TV Bakwetu all the team in Europe, UK, Badpadia. And the Upnd Yalusaka IPS secretary, I was anchoring their platform on my platform here, on my Zoom, which I paid for every month. We had a TV Matomola on my page, almost 500,000 followers over to Akwiti. I was anchoring that page. Did they even send a text to say, Pumulo, thank you for what you did? No. And today you come and tell me to shut up? You should have told me to shut up when I was campaigning for you. But if HH told us to campaign and take this campaign to be on our own. So how dare they try to shut us up? It is our democratic right to speak. And morally obligation, because morally speaking, I'll be morally unfit to stop talking now. Because I condemned PF, so morally, or just on moral grounds, before even I go to my democratic or civic duty, I cannot stop talking on moral grounds because I condemned PF. So on moral grounds, since I condemned PF, on moral grounds, before I even go to my democratic or civic right, I have to condemn UPND because they disappointed us. Yeah. So we'll be here, we'll be talking. I don't know, but it is even worse because I want to they are worse than PF. And now, see how they are. John Sangwa comes on, who is no political party. This is the way to go. Kaidi muma political party monse, vale tumamwe nankan. Political parties are infiltrated. So let's all of us who want to stand as presidents stand independent, because political parties are infiltrated. So everyone who wants to stand, let them be independent, so that UPND can do whatever they want to do with their political parties. We don't care. And then for members of parliament, we shall identify a political party last minute together, people who are contesting to stand on that political party. So this thing of attacking Vadonoska, you are wasting your time. You can't be tribal. You can't be called a tribalist for warning your own people. Fine panopanga ndende kalipira abana bandi. Olo muntu ayise mkunchita question at nishi mune kalipira abana bandi. No. I think Donoska is right, and I support him what he said. I support him to say, why you mutundu mo ineo Sangwa kufia bufuntu ntungu in criminal activities? Why is only one tribe in the center of ukulachitefi mfurunganyo? Why are you being used? We are going to call it out. We are not going to shut up. Why is it only a certain tribe? Eva Sangwa, kuma fima crooked happenings muchalo. So, ask yourselves. Inga kuri fisuma bale senda imitundu shimbi kuba parent to mitundu shimbi esho bale parent to. Yes, bali muma diplomatic bale exchange. But mungu chita dirty work yabo bale sale mitundu shimbi akupika mumukubika mungu chita ma dirty work. Nangu ye in a technical committee, the technical committee on Bill 7. Look at the composition on that. Mulifia umutundu umo basale umutundu umo. Pakuchinga fya isa mkubi pakafya chia kabili nina nyaba bau. Kumutundu wabo kachinga palife babiri olo batatu bafumine kumutundu wabo. But the technical committee, because Bill 7 is very contentious. Bai sushe mitundu shine. So number we are in order to say why imitundu shimbi nga kuyukubo kukuta decide if you go about feel crooked or whatever balebo mfye mitundu shimbi. Elo imitundu shimbi nga kulia manchitoro wa opposition aya kufole mpia aya kuchitenshi mumone mitundu shimbi up to now farming season na isa tababali pile mpia shamataba. So nga tualanda if you feel that you are being tribalist. Now when you are beat echo leisha pa page and kavia ku page na wa praise singer. This is not a praise singing page, so you are lost. Ku apaso abantu bale idisha nyama light yesa katringa ni inga welo bambi balele mbati kuchoma takwa ba load shedding. Nga walanda what you are tribalist, you are bitter. You can say bitter until yesterday, come tomorrow, whatever, it won't change the facts. You can call me whatever I don't care. Even if you call me all these names, you have been calling me all these names. Have I changed? Yeah, the former ama names. Back to sender. Whatever you say, back to sender.
We are not tribalists. We have never been tribalists. We will never be tribalists. I repeat, we are not tribalists. We have never been tribalists. We will never be tribalists, because some of us, as I'm speaking here, I'm in a foreign land where we stay with all people from 5 continents. So staying with Americans, South Americans, Europeans, Chinese, Australians, and Africans. I'm Africans, of course. I'm one of the African people. Now, where we stay, we laugh. Sometimes they would call me, "You are a black. We didn't see you. We have to switch off. We switch on electricity to see you because you are black." And we laugh at these things. We also laugh at the whites. We laugh at the Chinese, short people here and there. We laugh at the South Americans. They are very jovial. The South Americans are so jovial, merengue, music, and the dance, and all those things. So, no one can come and say, well, no, Mapombo is right. That is your own story. If you want to arrest Wapombo, take him to prison. We will go to prison. If you want to kill Wapombo, it's okay. If we came to do this job to speak for the people. It's not to defend myself. It's not for me to become a rich person. This is what Upnd, that were pressing us. You don't understand these things. If we supported me, I invited your president Daka in the Do you want us to reveal these secrets now? I invited him to go to see the Pope. What do you want us to say? To explain everything? I cannot fall into this trap because we have done it to many people, not only to my president, who by that time was Hakainde Chilem. When he became my president, I, Pombo, I invited him. I, Pombo, Ine, Pombo, I invited your president to go to Rome. Ine, Pombo, I, Pombo. I paid my money, which the UPN has never given me the money. Come on, Pia. Come on, Pia. I paid my money. I won't tell the Zambian people how much I spent because that's not my character. I won't tell the Zambian people. I want to tell you how much I paid. I, Ine Pombo, I paid the money to invite President Hakainde Chilema to go to the Vatican. I, Pombo.
Veveni, wauzeni, woto, fire.
Yes. But if you don't appreciate, that's not my problem. And I don't need money. I've never asked the money. You never gave me even one coin, even €1. Yeah.
We have spent a lot of money on this UPND. Me from 2021.
Yes.
Election observer, Nangoma Foundation. I registered Nangoma Foundation with Matomula Likwanya. We trained election observers. I'm a t-shirts. You send out over 100 people. I bought over 100 t-shirts. From my own pocket, my own money. I'm a t-shirt. I'm Africa. Navika ponoku bapera $100 because they were volunteers. I didn't have any funding. So I just gave them 100 kwacha lunch, each one of them, for the day of the election. I have not received a kobo. And then when I came to Zambia, we had a gathering. I have been spending my own money. I, Queen Pumi. I, Queen Pumi, have spent a lot of money on this UPND. Plus all the time I spend panotamumpera polo kobo.
Yes. It's true. It's not a job.
Yeah.
It's not a job. Because now we are being forced to say these things.
Yeah.
I've never. Listen, these things happened in 2022. 2021, there was a change of government. 2022, early, when the president was going to Brussels. Do you remember that famous discussion when he says we are in the Champions League?
Yes.
Yes. Before he could go there, I advised, because I love my country. I said, because I'm here, no one was going to advise this. I said, well, listen, normally, when you're going to Brussels, most of the high leaders, we are talking about French, United States, China, and other leaders, what they do is this. They pass through Rome, they greet the Holy Father, they get a blessing, and then they continue. This is Pomolo Stumbeko, my dear sister. This is what I told my country. I said, can you pass through Rome, get a blessing, and go to Brussels? I told this to my country because I love my country. Today you are saying, Bampombo, I don't know what you're calling me. You are going to kill me, kill Mapombo. Whatever you can do it. I love you. Me, I'm going to love you. I love my country. I love you, even UPND. I love you. Whether you hate Mapombo now, because why do you hate Mapombo?
Because Pombo is telling you the truth. Yeah? Me, I flew to HH's inauguration after spending almost a year campaigning for HH. I flew to Zambia for the inauguration. They couldn't even give me a VIP ticket. Kwa yawena jito kwa ya. Awena jito watatua umfile pwebali kuria kuma tenchi kuria. These people, they are evil. I flew to Zambia for that inauguration, Muiro's Stadium. Okonadi. Kuisa tupera matiketi kumbi kutari. Elo bai sulave nekuya muchitenchi ku VIP. People I don't even know, I never heard their voices. Ever iswile kuya ku VIP. But mu diaspora, we are even less than 10. They could have even given us 10 VIP tickets for the diaspora team. And to fly us there. They could have even paid for our tickets. I paid for my own ticket to go to the inauguration, and I came back and I stayed in a hotel at Radisson Blu on my pockets. I didn't receive a penny from UPND. So don't tell me about I'm bitter or whatever. I just want to show you. We are saying this because you need to know that we do this for the love of Zambia. We have spent money, and for me, I don't look at the money that I spend or my time that I spend. I don't look at I'm spending it for UPND. I am spending it for Zambia. It's because I love Zambia. I campaigned for UPND because of the love of Zambia. I spent money on UPND because of for the love of Zambia. That's why Tetinja na Mkuba Pindati, they don't owe me anything. UPND don't owe me anything, because everything that I spent was for the people of Zambia. For the love of Zambia, I flew
You spent for the people of Zambia, which
yes,
Father Frank Warrior never spent.
Yes.
Yes.
I am spending my hard-earned time and money.
Father Frank Warrior was with the PF there in the diaspora.
Yes.
He never spent any money.
So Father Frank Warrior, area public fund. Yes, yes. People like Father Frank Warrior, they were eating public fund under PF. Then Apiluka Muyu PND area public fund.
Yes. What about that guy? The PF guy?
They don't love Zambia. They don't love Zambia. They have no Zambia on their heart.
What about Amos? What about Amos Chan?
Won't say. They have been in the, they are hanging on to each government to eat. Nima Turiemo. Yes.
We spent money. Amos Chanda did not spend money. Amos Chanda ate money from PF. And now he is with UPND. We spent money for UPND, and now we are being insulted. This is very crazy. You guys.
It is okay. Let them insult us, because we are not doing it for them. We are doing it for the Zambian people. Me, that's why in Shale Kanokure Kokulanda Panu. Because my advocacy is for the country. It's not for so that HH can favor me. Because if I was doing what I'm doing so HH can favor me, I would have stopped when HH did not even send me a text message to thank me for what I'm doing. I would have stopped if I didn't get a VIP ticket to go to his inauguration. I would have stopped if all the insults they were insulting me, because I was expecting something from UPND if I was. But I am not. I am doing this for the love of my country until we see a better Zambia, until Zambia is delivered. If I can tell you how much I have spent on Zambia, you can't even repay me. Na perfume yaba kashivandi kuti adipida rent yenu. Now me, the money I have spent can even build some houses in Zambia. The time and money I spent here, I could have been invested that money into properties in Zambia. But what good of it is it to me to build properties in Zambia, when one day I say one bad thing, baka sengo cherenganda. You see why we are here? Why we are here is we want a better Zambia for everybody. I am spending time and money here, but Zambia, it's unsafe. Anyone in opposition, people are dying, accidents, afwa. Anyone in opposition, arewera, inganda bayocha. If you have a business, baleocha malodge. If you say something, you abducted, it's unsafe. So we are investing our time and money for a better Zambia. That's why we did that when we were PF. I told you the story of how my family was attacked. Parentage City bus station. I flew to Zambia with my family, 5. My grandson was 5 years old. They attacked us just because of what we were wearing. And when I came back from that trip, I was like, PF have to go. Because until I was a victim of that kadarism there at Kamwala bus station. And when I came back, I'm like, PF have to go. Kadas were like mad people pa intercity padia. Baisa lole shaka mwe shukulu and he's mixed. My grandson is half Korean, half, he is 4 races. He's Korean, he's European, he's American, he's Zambian. Baka doklole shafio mwana kamukala dishi balole shaba na bande fyafale weni shufwa dire short ye ama ule nyira ye ule bamba no kuntukana ini mwamona. So we are saying in 2025, can we live like this? We had PF doing that. I lived it myself tapari winganjeva because I was a victim vari ntukana. Starting from my grandson to my abana tukana waisa na mkutukana inina. In 20, that was 2012. What year was that? 2019. We came here, PF out. Now UPND worse. We are not going to stop. We are going to spend our time and money until UPND goes out. Praise singer. So don't tell me I am tribal, I am whatever, I am bitter. I am bitter, yes, because I live in a country where panopo mbendi muma 50 kuna fuala bamshoti. Nobody will say anything. Mwamona. So mfale bamshoti, chaf kalipashani. We live in a country where I can walk any time of the night. 21 hours nafu manaya na mkwenda na bwera. I can take a shower anytime I want. Hot water, cold water. Efo tulefa ya Mozambia. So we'll be here, we'll be talking. Even if you try to shut us up, we won't. Especially some of us who even campaign for UPND. On moral grounds in a Tetimbare Kiriko. By UPND. I can never stop talking about UPND as long as I live. On moral grounds. Because they gave us fake lives to say they will change our lives. And then they come and do the opposite. I don't insult anyone, so I will talk. And you know, time is money. So I could be somewhere making money, but this money that the time I'm spending here is for the Zambian, so that one day the woman in Shangombo can have electricity 24/7. One day the woman in Mwense can have a clinic where she can deliver her baby safely. One day the women in Zambezi can have clean markets, can have a university there. They can have clean roads. One day we can have a fast train, electric train running from Livingstone to Zambezi. A fast train running from Mongu to Nakonde. One day. This is why we are here. I'm not here to try and build mansions. Mansions for what? Inganafa bakanshika na mansion. They are busy taking money in offshore accounts, which they will not take to their graves. Ngabafa nishi, end of story. I'm done talking once. Eddie Ashidu.
Correct, my sister. Thank you very much for what you said. And we will continue.